Hi, I'm Eva, and I'm taking my art break today, and I'm going to talk about writing letters and postcards. I was all set to start a program at Spark Central where people could drop in and correspond. I would provide supplies, and they could write letters and postcards, and I would provide encouragement. Of course, we're all staying home right now, so I want to encourage people to stay home and correspond. One of the reasons that I like to write letters and postcards is because then I will receive letters and postcards back, hopefully. And it is such a joy to open my mailbox and find a handwritten letter from a friend. Another reason that I like to write letters and postcards is that it slows my brain down when I'm writing postcards or writing a letter to a friend, and I almost feel like I'm spending time with that person while I'm writing to them. So I'm going to give you some of my tips and tricks, and I hope this will encourage you to write letters and postcards to your friends. First thing I want to show you is that I made my own envelopes. So I unfolded an existing envelope and then used that as a pattern. I put it down on a piece of magazine paper and traced around it and cut it out to make a custom envelope. So here is my custom envelope. I used a name label for the address part, and just a piece of paper I glued on for the return address. And then it's got a little bird's nest there and a moon, and there's a custom envelope. So if you are doing cards, you need an envelope. You can use a plain envelope or you can make your own. But if you're doing postcards, you don't need envelopes. So I like to make postcards out of I'll cut a piece of cardstock that to the right size, and then I can decorate this. This is some plain cardstock that I have, and here are two examples of those that I made up. Very simple. This one's got washi tape, paint pen, collage. This one's just pen and washi tape. Washi tape is a lot of fun. So this is washi tape. It comes in all different colors and shapes, or not shapes, but colors and patterns, and very easy to use. You can peel it and tear it and put it down on your designs. I also like to use stickers and colored pencils, and then I mentioned the paint pens, which I love. Paint pens have been so much fun. They come in different colors, different thicknesses, and they are really, really easy to use. I also like to alter postcards. So here's an example of an existing postcard that is from an old art show, and I changed it with paint pens and regular markers, and I did not use any washi tape, but now it's ready to go as a brand new postcard. So instead of just going into the garbage, I've made something new with it. Here's another example. There's the original postcard, and then with some washi tape and some paint pen and even a little bit of nail polish on that one, I turned it into a new postcard. Then I will send that out. Here is also another example. I got a postcard in the mail for a house that's on sale in the neighborhood. So with this one, postcards tend to be very shiny, and I used an X-Acto blade on this to scrape away some of the shiny ink on it. And the reason I did that was because it's very hard to draw on the shiny surface. It doesn't seem to adhere very well. So you can see that doesn't really make a mark. But on the parts where I did scrape away, I can apply color with colored pencil. And that's kind of fun. The paint pen, though, will mark on the shiny surface, and that's one of the advantages of paint pens, is that they will go over the top of another surface. And so, but it gives two different techniques there. And so instead of throwing this postcard in the garbage, I can redesign it, put a backing over the back of it, and send it out to someone else. I also like to make my own cards. So here's an example of a collaged card that I made. And I just drew the shape of a heart, and then I glued down magazine and tissue paper, tore a bunch of magazine and tissue paper all in the shades of red and pink, and made a lovely little Valentine. You guys might remember when we built our own spin art machine at the library, and these are cards this is a card I made with the spin art machine. So anything goes, really. Pretty much anything goes, and same thing for what you write about in your letters. Okay, well, I hope you found some inspiration, and hopefully you'll send some cards out or postcards out to friends and people that you care about and brighten their day.